Hola amigos, ¿cómo está? Es Ben y Liz.
Don't pretend like you know Spanish. So, we are
Today we are making a little project. We're buying us some reflectors.
because it is friggin' cold.
It is quite
in our van.
chilly.
Alright guys, so today we are working on making some DIY window covers because we looked up some that were made.
Like the custom ones to buy.
They're like $500-600, which is just ridiculous.
Not really in our price range.
No. So if you want something that's a little more affordable, then this is a good option. For this project, here are the things you'll need. Scissors. Marker. Level. Actually, you just need a straight edge.
Well, you need a ruler.
Yes.
So, ruler.
Hot glue gun. Magnets. More magnets. 3M Super 77 adhesive spray. Reflectings. Okay, so what we started by doing was we took the width and height of all of the windows at the largest point, and you use that to create your rectangle. You start with a
Square.
straight up square, and then as you go back out and you slowly start to cut it.
And you're gonna make two this size because these are both for both the front windows. And then when you cut it to match the outside, you can just trace it on the other one.
So we learned the hard way, you actually have to do each of the back windows individually because they are slightly different sizes. We figured you guys could learn from our mistakes.
Now, we will trace this one exactly and make a second one.
Well, why don't we just do the measurements again?
Because we could just trace it. And you'd be doing the same thing. He's always has to second guess me. The women is always right.
Maybe we should have just measured it. So we decided it's best to measure each step. So we did the two for the front windows, and now we're gonna measure for the back windows. So yeah guys, the reason we did this instead of buying them is this whole thing, all the materials we bought, and we probably could have got them cheaper to be honest, but the whole thing is probably like $80 all in. Yeah, a lot of this stuff you have sitting around, but we are repurposing the material that's gonna go over top. It's our old bed sheets.
Yeah.
Because they're black, so they work perfect for what we need. Our next step now is to...
Go outside.
It's really cold.
It's cold.
That's why we're doing this.
That's why we're making these.
So we found we're losing a lot of heat out of our windows. So
oh my gosh, so much heat out the back windows.
Especially. So hopefully this will help. We're going outside, and we're gonna kind of push the reflectix up against the window and open the front windows to kind of stencil out what we need to cut off still. And the back windows, we're gonna kind of try and figure a way to do that. So
an angle.
We'll see you in 30 degrees colder.
So just to give you guys an idea, say
What
hello.
we're attempting to do.
Yeah, we're lining it up with what's in there, and then
hold it.
she's gonna trace it while I hold it in place so we know what we need to cut off.
Okay. Cool. And then we just have to cut it. That's easy.
Nice. Okay, first one done. Oh yeah, another
I don't have a fob.
another super funny story. We locked our keys in our van, all three sets that we have in our van.
Not one time.
Twice in
a
1 week.
Like literally 7 days apart.
We spent $150 on paying someone to break into our van. We're gonna kind of give you an idea what we're gonna do with the back here.
So if you see, there's the magnetic part here, like the steel. We're gonna cut it so it shapes, but then hot glue magnets along it so we can stick it directly to the van.
We're back inside now. Just trying a new transition. You kids will see what that's all about. Or not.
Kids.
Yeah. But yeah, so now we made our measurements on the Reflectix, and Lizzie is now cutting them out.
Ben thinks we need to cut extra, so I'm cutting extra.
Well, we learned you can always cut more, but you can't put it back on.
Imagine our window.
Yes.
That's the front there.
That's our front window right there. So we just lined up the one that we cut with the other piece that we already had sized out. Yeah, so, and then you just kind of stencil it out again. And I mean, really what you're doing here is just hoping for the best.
All right, we have an outdoor workshop here.
Yeah. So
I don't know why we decided to do everything at night, but
yeah,
here we are.
I'm a dummy. But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna spray these, then we're gonna put them down, then we're gonna spray them again and
Flip them and hopefully not ruin them.
Okay, so what we're doing here is we're just spraying them down, and then you want to flip them relatively quickly onto the fabric so that it's still sticky and it adheres to the fabric.
And now we're cutting the edges so there's enough fabric for us to hot glue them around the edges. This isn't necessary, it just kind of makes it look a little bit prettier. We've done it on here, and you can see it's just flipped over and glued down around the edges. And then that way when you look at this side, minus that, you've got a nice finished.
Before I knew what we were doing.
Yeah, and there's a little mistakes in there, but life is full of mistakes. For example, me, I was a mistake. So, well, you guys have missed a couple steps.
Sorry.
But essentially the premise is the same. You got to keep spraying, then putting the material on, and then when you get to the edges and there's leftover fabric, you take the fabric, you flip it over with like hot glue.
So then on this, when we put it on the second side, we just cut right along. And now instead of sewing, because that just takes too long, I'm just gonna staple it.
I mean, the whole thing probably took us 2 hours, which I mean, 2 hours and $80 versus 10 seconds and $700. You tell me which one is worth it. For the back ones, this is the back one right here. On the other side, we put magnets on hot glue gun to the corners so that it would stick up, because it doesn't have, the back window doesn't have ridges like the front window does. There she is. There's Vangelina.
Miss Vangie.
so after we finished putting them all together, now it's time to test them out.
So it just kind of goes in there.
Slide in, and then once it's in there, it's pretty much in there. Good. And then you can't see in, so it serves a dual purpose.
It's actually really nice to know that no one can kind of peek into our van.
Yeah.
From the inside. It just kind of fits right in.
And these guys, they're still kind of a work in progress.
Other way. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Turn around.
And
I mean,
they work.
they fit. It's just, I think that by covering the magnet with material
It lost some of it.
and also with 3M like spray,
And hot glue.
it lost its like magneticness, I guess.
Yeah.
But
But
when
they
you're
hold.
when you're in it and there's not wind blowing,
Yeah.
like this one's staying nice, a lot nicer.
Yeah. And it kind of, I mean, it doesn't need to be flush to it. It just needs to be enough so that it reflects the heat back into the van.
And then it makes it really nice on the inside. It makes it feel more homey.
And a tiny little upgrade we did, because Mark has been asking me to tell everyone, we replaced that fishing wire because it sucked and it kept unwinding with these cables, and they're just a little bit stronger. I still wouldn't trust jumping on it with my full body weight, but
I wouldn't trust that either.
yeah. And that's the other nice thing. When they're magnetic on, taking it off is just like
Pretty easy.
that. But yeah, guys, if you want to help retain a little bit of heat, you lose a ton of heat through your windows because you can't insulate your windows because you have to see through your windows. But yeah, so that's a little tip, pro tip from your favorite van lifing couple, Beck and Eamon. Trent and Allie.
Stop doing this.
Jordan and Kaylee.
Heather and Curtis.
Chrome and Cruz. Steph and Michael.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Ben, Liz, we out.